Amazing. We are live. Hopefully people will begin to join us. If you are joining us, please let me know. I'm just setting myself up here finally to have it perfect. If you're joining us, let me know in the comments. I'll be able to see them and interact with you. If you're joining us, you're a bit early, but that's fine. I thought we'd have it set up and ready to go just before. I hope you guys are all well. You're enjoying your bank holiday so far. It's not been going for very long, but long enough, hey? So yes, welcome. We'll be starting the quiz just after 11 o'clock. We'll be having a 2-minute silence at 11. It's VE Day for those that don't know. That's why we're having a bank holiday. It's been changed from Monday to Friday, and a lot of controversial drama when that happened. Not really, but a little bit. We'll be having a 2-minute silence as a show of respect for that. But if you join us, then I will be putting something on the screen so you will know anyway. Moment, I don't believe anyone's watching, which is fine. Just it'd be great if you let me know when you do. Oh, we've got a new viewer. Don't know who that is. If you are new, I'll just turn the light on so it should look a bit better from this side. Put something in the chat. Say you are here. Let me know. That would be amazing. Just trying to work out who is here. Yeah. Hope everybody is well. I'm just going to be putting in our live stream chat, I'm just going to put the link in for the answer sheet. If you've not got that, only one person per team needs to fill in that answer sheet. Yeah. Amazing. Welcome if you are joining us. These first 10 minutes, I'm sorry if you were first to join because you will hear a lot of stuff on repeat. But it is good to have you with us for this big bank holiday quiz. Welcome. Let me know if you're here. Put something in the live chat to let me know you're here. That'd be great so I know who I'm talking to. We are going to be kicking off at just after 11. We'll be holding a 2-minute silence at 11 as a mark of respect on this VE Day. VE Day being Victory in Europe. 75-year anniversary, quite a big one this year. That's why they changed the bank holiday to what would have been Monday to Friday. So if you're wondering why you're off work, that is why. Or it could also be because of the Rona, but we don't know. Great. As I said, if you are here and you're watching, let me know. Put something in that live chat so I can see you. I'll put the link again to the answer form. Only one person per team needs to answer that answer form though, so hopefully that's okay. we'll get going again at 11. Putting some more light in. Get my best angle. Anyway, got a new viewer. As I say, please do let me know when you're watching. We'll be kicking off at 11. But put something in the chat, the live chat, so I know you're here. And the live chat will become even more useful a bit later on. Amazing, welcome to people joining us. It's good to have you here with us. If you can just put something in the chat to let me know you're here, that would be great. To do that, all you need to do is, Magda, you're here, amazing. It is good to know that this is working, at least for some people. Great. I presume, I don't know if that's your whole team, Magda, but let me know. We will be starting just after 11 when I know more people are here. But until then, just enjoy, maybe get yourself a cup of tea. At 11, we will be having a 2-minute silence for VE Day. But that'll be made clear, just joining with the rest of the nation as we do that. But it's good to see people joining up already and see that that live stream is working. This is going remarkably well for someone with very little tech knowledge like me. Shut the door. It's a slight interlude from my mother checking that everything's going well, which it is. Her and Dad will be working behind the scenes at the end to. There's a train going past. I'll wait a second. 2, in fact, very unusual at these times. Yeah, Mum and Dad are working behind the scenes, and they'll be doing the scoring a little later on when we get to the end of the quiz. And you submit your forms, Mum and Dad will be processing them, then I will be going through all the answers. And yeah, but again, being made clear a little later on when people are with us, you will see that there are rules to follow, and we will come back to them later. But let's get back to there for now. Got 5 minutes to go. I would put a countdown on, but apparently PowerPoint doesn't do them anymore, or I'm just unaware of how to. But yeah, that is lifted for shame. 5 minutes, grab yourself a cup of tea if you want one. And then, yeah, we will be back. Hello to everyone joining us. Oh, it's great, the Bigs are here. That is amazing. My mum's work phone is here and is also going off, so I'm going to just turn that down to silent. But apparently we have some new breaking news. Oh yeah, the breaking news is about our 2-minute silence at 11 o'clock. So that would be great. At 11, we'll be having a 2-minute silence as a show of respect to our soldiers that fought in the war. VE Day today, 75th year anniversary. It is great that more people are joining with us. More will be made clear later. I'm sorry for someone like Magna, who has now been on here for a little while and has probably heard me say this about 3 or 4 times. But I'll say it for those that are joining us now. We will be live. Well, we are live. We will be. I've just put that on silent.
Yeah, we're going to tune in on here because I don't have my data.
Okay. Right. I believe my mother is now going to tune in elsewhere. So we shouldn't have any more interruptions. But that's okay. We love her. Catherine, I love that. Your mum has just said hello to the screen. Hello, Rebecca. I can still respond to you. So if you do put stuff in the chat, let me know. Ask me questions. I'm around. I'm asking you questions this morning, which is kind of what a quiz is. I'm sorry if that's not what you expected, but that is a quiz. And so, yes, hello, Rebecca. Hello to everyone joining us. So yeah, we will start at 11 with a 2-minute silence. And then after that, we will go through a few things for clarity to help us understand how we're going to take us through with this quiz, but it should be pretty straightforward. That link that I'll put in at the top, or it's come up as Westbourne Park, because that's who I'm logged in as for this stream. But that's the link to the answer forms if you haven't managed to access them already. Don't worry about filling them in yet. Now, only one person per team needs to do that, and I'll let you know as we go along. Great, more people joining us. It's good to see you. It is almost 11 o'clock. By my watch, it's gone 11. By my phone, it's gone 11. But by my laptop, it hasn't. So as my laptop hits 11, we're going to just have a 2-minute silence. I'll put a note on the screen so anybody more joining us will know. And then after that, I think we will get cracking. So according to my laptop, we've just got 1 minute to go until 11 o'clock. At 11 o'clock, we will be having that 2-minute silence. So it is now 11. So if you'll join with me in a 2-minute silence, that would be amazing. Thank you. Amazing. Thank you for joining with us on that. At the moment, we have 8 viewers, which is great. I think there probably will be some more coming. So we're going to give it a little longer just to see who's coming, and then we will get going with a little bit of practicalities, the rules, and then yeah, we'll go from there. Hi to Azeb, thanks for putting that in the chat. It's good to have you guys with us. If everyone that's with us could put something in the chat, that would be amazing. Just so I can know who is with us, who we may still be waiting for. That would be good. Yeah, that would be amazing. I reckon we'll give it a few more questions. If anyone's got any questions for me, not regarding the quiz, because I'll probably answer them in a minute when I go through what's happening, but if anyone's got a question for me, just to lighten the mood slightly, it would be welcome. Give me something to talk about to fill the space, because unfortunately for Rebecca, she can't talk on here as she probably wishes, from the sounds of things, her saying hello to the screen. Great, we'll just see if these views go up at all, and if not, you go. Excellent, I'm getting messages as well. Thanks, Raj. It's good to know that you got stuff working. That's great, that's coming privately, but glad to know it's working. Great. I think, tell us your best joke. Oh, now that is a challenge. I was telling jokes the other day to my family and they weren't getting much enjoyment out of them, and now I cannot remember what they were. Oh yeah, it's actually a really bad joke, but it's quite funny, and I'm gonna have to do both parts because I'm talking to myself. But yes, so knock knock. Who's there? Doctor Who. That's right. Where's my TARDIS? Anyway, got told off that was poor joke, but it's one of my best, I'm afraid. Sorry. Yeah, I hope that made at least one person laugh. I can't really think of anything. Excellent. It's good to have Felicia and Co with us as well. And I'm on the telly. Not the first time though. Pretty famously, not. But it is good to see some more people coming. Catherine says, Mum says she's making scones. And thought you know, I love to know that fact, especially if some get delivered to me. That's amazing. Oh, Isabel says, what did the lettuce say to the tomato? What did the lettuce say to the tomato as well? I love a good joke, me. Ooh, I appreciate I'm on a 20-second lag, a 20-second delay here as well. So just so you guys appreciate that. If you send in a message, it is then 20 minutes, not 20 minutes, 20 seconds delayed. But Isabel, what did the lettuce say to the tomato? Let's wait for the answer. Let us in. Oh gosh, that's bad, but quite funny. I like that. I like that. Yeah, let us in. Just responding to Raj privately, because he is sending me messages, but that's okay. Right, I think we're going to get going. It's good to have people here. Hopefully, enough people have joined us that they know what's going on. So welcome to the Big Bank Holiday quiz. It is Big Bank Holiday. It's been changed from Monday to today because of VE Day. How exciting. Many of you might be joining the afternoon tea later, celebrating that victory in Europe 75 years. 75 years. What a long time that has been. Right. Let's have a look then. These are our rules. One of them is quite important because I can't see you, which means I can't check you're cheating or not. But honesty policy is our best policy. We love a bit of honesty here at Lydia HQ. So no Googling. Googling is categorically not allowed. I have actually come up with this quiz on my own, and I haven't really used much of Google. So you might struggle to find answers anyway, unless you search for specific things. But yeah, no Googling. You have one joker. Use it wisely. A joker means that you get double points for that round. I'll show you the rounds in a second, but you will get double points for that round. We are having 5 rounds, 6 questions each. But if you use your joker on one round, your points get doubled. So if you want to use your joker, what you need to do is you need to tell me in the chat before that round starts. So I'll give you the rounds in a second. You might want to decide now. You can decide before each round, but you need to let us know when you want to play your joker. That will double your points. Dad will note it down in the score room, and at the end of the quiz, that could have impact. So use your joker wisely. Finally, enjoy yourselves. This has got a good range of questions on there, and yeah, good range of questions. Some primary school history that I've been teaching my year 1s and 2s when I was on placement, but also some broader stuff, sport. Let's have a look. So these are our rounds. Round 1 is sport, classic, my favourite, but not everyone's. Round 1 is sport, round 2 is history, round 3 is geography, round 4 is tube station anagrams, so all stations on the underground map, all jumbled up, and yeah, you can decide. You have to rearrange the letters to make the anagram. And then the final round is pastor or composer, which I think, other than my round, which we're not doing today, which is Camel or Badger, which is one of my favourite quiz rounds, pastor or composer is up there. I will give you a name or a word, and that will either be a pastor or a composer, and you have to guess which one it is. Probably guess, because you probably won't know, but that is up to you, pastor or composer. Great Dad, if you're watching this as well in the other room, I believe Raj is playing his joker on sports, which doesn't surprise me. Cricketer, good knowledge for the sports. So let's get going. 5 rounds, 6 questions each, and our first round is sport, as it said, as you would expect. So let us know if you are playing your joker on sport. That would be great.
Okay, sorry.
Amazing. Ken and Felicia using the joker on sports, and AZ, excellent, and Raj, excellent contribution for the sport round. We're just having an issue getting someone else on, so we're just going to get them onto the stream, and then we'll be back. So just bear with me for a second. I've sent him a message. Okay. Oh, and the Courtneys have just joined. Okay, I'm just going to go back a minute just to get these people caught up. But it is great that people are joining us. It's good to see Sharon and Mark and Sophie. It's good to have lots of people joining. Nico and Anna are just about to join. So we're just going to wait for them and then we will get going again. But thank you for everyone that's decided to play their Joker. Hopefully Dad is taking note of that. Oh, Roger's saying he can't hear me, but I'm hoping he can now. I did just put myself on mute while I was talking to Mum. But hopefully you should be able to hear me. If other people can't hear me, that would also be great to let me know. Just going to check all my settings. But yes, I should be loud, so that's fine. Okay, great. I think we're just going to wait a couple more minutes. If anyone's got another joke, if Isabel's got another joke for us, that'd be good. Tara is joining as well. It's good just to have these last few people joining us, and then we will get going again. Sorry for those that have been waiting for a long time. But that's okay. That is what family is like. My mother is rubbish at sticking to time, and that's okay. Right. Tara, Felicia, Raj, we've got such a good range of people on here. I'm loving it. It's good to see you all. Once again, if you've got a joke, let me know it. I bet Joshua and Joel have good jokes up their sleeve, Azeb. Surely they've got something they could tell us. What does a duck eat when it goes out? I don't know, Felicia. What does a duck eat when it goes out? Just waiting for this to explain. Quack, Donald's. I actually quite like that. McDonald's are reopening some stores, but sadly very few in London. Despite the claims of some of my Sheffield uni course mates saying that they were reopening in London, it's a bit of a shame because they're not. Right. Thing is, the Wi-Fi now in our house is very slow because there's a lot of people accessing it. Oh, Catherine, did you hear about the restaurant on the moon? I didn't hear about the restaurant on the moon. What happened? Great food, no atmosphere. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, amazing. We're going to get going again then. So yeah, welcome, Big Bank Holiday Quiz. This is what we are doing. No Googling. That's our big rule for today. No Googling. I can't see you, but Raj messaged me and said that God can see all our actions. So no Googling. You have one joker. Oh, Azeb's got a joke. We're just going to go back to that and then we'll get going again. Knock, knock. Who's there? Who is there? Hatch. Hatch who? Hatch you. Bless you. I like jokes like that. Right, back to the quiz. Very good, very good. So the rules, no Googling. You have one joker. Let us know when you want to play your joker before each round. Your joker doubles your points for that round, so that it is worth playing. And enjoy yourselves. These are our rounds: sport, history, geography, tube station anagrams. So your anagram will be lots of jumbled up letters and it will make a tube station. You have to rearrange them to find that. And then our final round is pasta or composer, which is a round where either there's a name of a pasta or the name of a composer on the screen. and you need to guess which one it is. If you've not been able to access the answer form from the link I've sent you, it is right at the top of this chat. I will put it in again now for people that have joined us more recently. We need a team name and we need your team members. If you can't think of a good team name, that is fine. You can just put your team members back in that box as well. But it won't let you move on until there is something in that box. So we know a few people have put their joker in for this round. So Dad, I hope you're taking note of that on the score sheet. We've got Azeb and co, and we've got Felicia and co, and we've got Raj wanting to play his joker on this round. So if anyone else wants to, let us know now before we move on to the first round of sports. If you want to play your joker on sport, you need to let us know now. There is a 20-second lag of me talking to you guys hearing it. So there will be pauses at times just because I need to wait for stuff to catch up so I can see your responses, but hopefully it will be nice and coherent. Okay, if no one wants to play their joker, no one else wants to, then we will go for this. Just checking the bigs didn't want to play their joker on this round. No. Oh yes, and the Courtneys want to play their joker on this round.
Courtney, Raj and Romain.
Raj and Romain, Courtney's and Ken and Felicia and co, and Azeb and co. Amazing. So question 1 on our sport round. In 2019, how many England national teams competed in a World Cup? So, for example, a national team has competed in a World Cup. So say, I'll give you a clue of one team that didn't. The England men's futsal team did not compete in a World Cup last year. But how many England national teams did compete in a World Cup? Great, bigs aren't using the joker. So how many national teams competed in a World Cup last year? Okay, great. Hopefully you've worked that out. We just need a number. So you should now, on your answer sheet, you should have put your team name in, your team members, pressed next, or whatever the box is at the bottom, press next. And then you should get round 1 and all your answers for round 1. And in box 1, you need to put the number. How many England national teams competed in a World Cup last year? Okay, round 1. Question 2. How many players does a baseball team have? And for clarification, when we need that, we mean not like subs, because we don't think a baseball team has subs, and we don't mean a squad. But how many members of the team can they field at one time? So how many players on a baseball team? Excellent, Rachel. Good to see that you're saving us tube station anagrams. That will be a good round, it has to be said. Okay. Question 3 then. What shirt number does Alison Becker wear? And I have to say, I'm not going to give you the sport or anything else. That's all the information you're going to get. What shirt number does Alison Becker wear? So you'll be fortunate if you know said person's sport and said person's shirt number, because that's the answer. Question 3. Just put whatever shirt number you think Alison Becker wears into your answer box. Great. Question number 4. In cricket scoring, what does C and B stand for? So in cricket scoring, you might put this on a scorecard, C and B, but the question is, what does that stand for? That is question 4. Put that in your answer box for question 4. Great. Moving on to the next question. Question number 5. In the Tour de France, how do you earn the polka dot jersey? Tour de France is that cycling race, quite a big deal. Yet to be cancelled this year, but I suspect it will be. How do you earn the polka dot jersey? It's a cool jersey to have. It's red with lots of polka dots on, as you'd expect, because it's a polka dot jersey. But how do you earn it? How do you earn it? How can you wear the polka dot jersey? Okay, question number 6, our final question for the sports round. And we're ending on football, one of the best sports out there. I'm happy for some swaying on that, but one of the best sports out there. How many teams compete in the English Football Premier League season? So the top flight in England, it holds the great teams such as Brighton and Hove Albion, Aston Villa. It once held the greatest team, QPR. Sadly, it doesn't anymore. But how many teams compete in the English Football Premier League season? The likes of United, Liverpool, we don't like to mention, but they also compete there. How many teams compete in the English Premier League season? Great. That is the end of round 1. We're moving on to round 2. So I'll give you a few seconds just to finish filling out. I'm not going to go over the questions, I'm afraid. But once you've answered all your questions in that answer sheet, press next or whatever is at the bottom. I can't remember what I made the button say, but press next and you will get given the answer sheet for round 2, which is history. If you would like to play your joker on round 2, history, please let us know now. Put something in the chat. I'm not sure how many teams are left to play their joker. We had such a good uptake on sport. I know the Bigs are left to play, the COVID Warriors are left to play, but they want it on tube stations. So it's just dependent on what the Bigs and maybe other teams that I'm not aware of want to play their joker on. So round 2, history. I've got a feeling families with kids might do quite well on this round because it is based off some of my teaching of the Year 1, Year 2 curriculum in school. So I'm sorry if that was a long time ago for you. But I thought Year 1, Year 2 history was quite enjoyable bits of history. So yeah. Mum, what about netball, the sports top all sports? I have to say, in my swaying, I didn't think netball would be the easiest to sway me, but it is a good sport. I'll give you that. It is a good sport. Anyway, round 2, history. Looks like nobody wants to play their joker, so we are going to move on. Question number 1 then of our history. Whose diary was known for the accounts of the Great Fire of London? Great Fire of London, topic very well studied in primary schools. And they study someone's diary where most of our information is found from. But whose diary was it? That is round 2, question 1. Oh yeah, and the nursery children might not have learnt the history, but they'll definitely be learning other things that are just as important to life, our quiz, and good entertainment. No, we love you. We think you're great. Oh dear. Hopefully I'm not going to need many more jokes and then we won't have to hear them, but I do love a good dad joke here and there. In fact, I've got one of the bookshelves behind me, and Dad has many a dad joke book, but sadly there's none on that shelf, otherwise I would have been cracking them out earlier. Jeff, we might call on you a bit later though for a dad joke. Anyway, question number 2. How many wives did Henry VIII have? Quite often in quizzes you'll be asked, how did said number wife die? Or what is said number wife? But we thought we'd keep it simpler. How many wives did Henry VIII have? There's a good rhyme that you could work through to think of these. But anyway, that's enough hints for now. How many wives did he have? And here it is, brought by the father himself. All new dad jokes. So I'll have my repertoire for later. Don't you worry, I know you'll all be looking forward to it. Just to get us going now, I'm going to give you one. What did the black pepper say to his wife after he came out of the grinder, the little thing you twist to get black pepper out? I'm fine. I know it's bad, but it would have been fine. Right, I'll save one of those for later. Question number 3 on history. What was longer, World War I or World War II? Very apt for this time of this day, today, VE Day. What was longer? Which lasted longer, World War I or World War II? I just heard Dad laugh from the other room about 20 seconds after I told the joke, so I'm glad he enjoyed it. I hope other people did too. But for now, into question 3. What was longer, World War I or World War II? Oh, apparently it wasn't Dad laughing, it was Mum. But Mum has been married to Dad for a very long time, so she finds those kind of things funny. Question number 4. Which king did Guy Fawkes attempt to assassinate? So this is the Gunpowder Plot, great period of history. I have to admit, I did this in year 8, but everyone does firework night in primary school. But which king was it an attempt to assassinate? Okay, question number 5. Who was the first person to walk on the moon? And I got told off when I was writing that question. Not told off, but corrected. Because apparently this isn't the first person to have visited the moon or something. I'm probably now getting my facts wrong, so I might get told off a little bit more later from Dad. But there were 3 people in this rocket. 2 of them went on the moon, but only one of them has his name remembered. because he was the first actual person to step out, but there was actually 2 of them, which I think is a bit sad. But anyway, he was the first person to walk on the moon. Okay, and question 6, our final round in the history round. In which period of history did Queen Victoria reign in? In which period of history did Queen Victoria reign in? So either you can put the dates in which I'd be very impressed, or you could put like, it wasn't, so I'll give this as an example. She didn't reign in the Roman era, but what era did she reign in? Okay, on to round 3, which is geography. Raj thinks Henry VIII had too many wives. I'm probably with you on that, Raj. I think he had too many. Excellent. Oh, now Mum is correcting me on space facts. I'm sorry, space isn't really my area of expertise. So apologies if I've offended anyone there. But someone else had already been in space, though, not walked on the moon, and Apollo 8, but I don't know what that means. It has to be said, so I'm sorry for letting you down with my space knowledge. Great. If you press next then on your answer form, and we are on to round 3, which is geography. If you want to play your joker on this round, put it in that live chat now, or let me know privately if you've not quite got the live chat working. That would be great. And I've got a new dad joke for you. This is a good one, I quite like it. My least favourite colour is purple. I dislike it more than red and blue combined. It's good, it's clever, that one. You might have to have a little bit of artistic knowledge to know it, but it is good. It is good. Let me know if, as I say, you're playing your joker on this round. If you're not, that's fine. But I'm gonna give you one more dad joke, and then we'll move on to it. We'll get into it. I was wondering, why does a frisbee appear larger the closer it gets? Well, then it hit me. Hope you enjoyed it. Right, round 3, geography. No one's playing their joker. Question number 1. Which country does this flag belong to? Which country does this flag belong to? Can I just say, underneath it, kind of here where my mouse is going down, there is also a white strip, but you can't see it. So this does actually overlap a white strip, just so you know. But yeah. What country does this flag belong to? Thanks, Sophie. How do astronomers organise a party? I don't know. I said I don't know about space. All your jokes are about space. They plan it. That's quite good, actually. I rate that quite a lot. Thank you, Catherine. Or Jeff. I don't know who that is, but there is options there. Okay, question number 2. What country outline is this? So this is an outline of a country in the world. Which country is it? This is actually quite tricky, but I saw a little kid on the Ellen DeGeneres show. She runs a show in the States. Anyway, and he could name every country just by their outline. So that was where my inspiration came from. So I'm sorry if you are not that little kid and you don't know what this country outline is, but I'm hoping you do. That was Dad. I thought it might be Catherine, but I liked it. It was good. It was good. Okay. Question number 3. This is the view of a famous landmark from the sky. The question is, what landmark is it? It's very well known, but what landmark is it? This is question number 3 on our geography round. Okay, question number 4. Whose flag is this? What flag is this? What country does it belong to? It's a good flag, this. I like the colours. Round 3, question number 4. What flag is this? I feel with flags, sometimes you either know them or you don't. I was on a quiz with some friends the other day, and there was a flag from one of the Caribbean islands, and they are so similar but so different in so many ways that it's so hard to distinguish. My brother, for those of you who know him, a little bit odd but very nice guy, knows every single flag for every single country in the world. So you'd want him on your team for this, but that is a ridiculous amount of knowledge. But he can name them. He can even name the 2 flags that are the same. I've learned some of this knowledge. For example, Monaco and Poland are the same flag but flipped the other way around. So one is red and white and one is then white and red. And there's another country, I think it is, I can't remember now, but she has the same flag as Monaco, because Monaco is a principality, not a country. Anyway, moving on. Round number 4. Round number 3, question number 5. What country outline is this? And we're looking at the big one, not the little island, just the big one. But the little island gives it a bit of context. Which country outline is this? Okay, and our final question on this round is, this is another famous landmark somewhere in the world. Oh, I thought the watermark gave it away then. Thankfully it doesn't. But what is this landmark, or where is it? You'll only get the point for what landmark it is. If you tell me it's country, I'm afraid we cannot give you a mark. It's tough. It's a tough quiz, this. Question number 6. What famous landmark is this? From the sky again, as I say, same as the previous one. What landmark is this? Bit tricky. You can probably work out what landform it is, but knowing where it is, a little bit harder. Anyway, moving on. Round 4 is our tube station anagrams, and we know that Rachel's team, the COVID Warriors, want to play their joker on here, so they're going to get double points for everyone they get right. So hopefully Dad will have taken that in, who's in the other room. Scoring. Round 4 is tube station anagrams. If anyone else wants to play their joker on this round, please let me know. If you've already played your joker, I'm afraid you can't play it again. But yeah, it'd be good to know. I'm going to do a plug now, non-sponsored. This t-shirt is one of my favourite t-shirts at the moment. It says isolate, just do it. I don't know if it's in there or what for you guys. But you can get them from Not Just Clothing. I got it off Instagram, to be honest. But £5 goes to the Trussell Trust. to support food banks. So not only are you expanding your wardrobe, but you are helping a very good cause. So yeah, that's my t-shirt. Let's have a dad joke and then we'll get on with it. If anyone else wants to play their joker, let me know. Tara wants to play their joker. Catherine wants to play their joker. Excellent. It's a bumper round for this. That is good to see. Right, my joke for this round, nothing to do with the topic, I'm afraid, but here it is. People think being a waiter isn't a respectable job, but hey, it puts food on the table. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, Rachel, that's your joker. Amazing, amazing. Let's start this round then. Round number 4, tube station anagrams. This is an anagram for a tube station, obviously, because that's the round, tube station anagrams. What does it say? Look, array is what tube station? I'll give you a bit longer on these because they aren't always the easiest anagrams. Sometimes you've just got the mind or you just haven't. Mum made this round. She's very good with anagrams. I am less so. But have a look. I'm going to shut up for a minute just because sometimes it helps to do them in a bit quiet. Go on, Catherine, send us the punchline of this joke. Right, I am going to move on. If you've not got them, write it down, and then someone else in the team can work on it until the end of the round, and I'll give you a little time at the end to collate them. So question number 2 is this: keep Rangra. It's 2 words. The first one is 5, and the second one is 4. Oh, Catherine, I've just realised that is the joke. That killed me. I didn't get that at all. I hope other people have got that. That's bad. I don't even find it funny because I didn't really get it. But I hope other people enjoy it. Right, number 2, keep Ranga. As I say, why don't you work together in your teams? Write these down, and we'll move on and then have a little bit of time at the end. So people are working on different ones. Okay, question number 2, that is keep Ranga, 5 letters and then 4 letters. Number 3 is clip Moy, and it's a 7-letter, 1 word, 7-letter, and I believe it is on the Victoria line, and it's only on that line. I don't think anything else is on it. Yes, thank you, Catherine. Yeah, I just didn't get it. Clip Moy, number 3, 7 letters on the Victoria line. Where is it? Question number 4. I had suggested giving you more time, but now I'm rattling through them. Write them down and work on them. Those you tag, it's 9, and I was unaware that this was a tube station. It's not one I've ever used or been to, and I can't even tell you what line it's on. Yeah, thank you, How to Kill a Joke by Lydia. It's my bad. I didn't know. I didn't find it funny. I just didn't get it, to be honest. Question number 5, betting coup, 7 and 3. I do know about this station, but once again, never been to it, and I couldn't tell you what line it's on. Betting coup, 7 and then 3. And question number 6 is a lame diva, 5 and then 4 for Elaine Diva. I do know where this one is. I have been to it. Had a good friend that used to live near it. Alas, they have moved to a different dwelling somewhere else. Went to visit them this week to deliver some food. They used to live near this tube, 5 and 4. I'm going to just run through those all again because I appreciate I've rattled through them quickly. So I'm going to go back to number 1, work through them all, and then give you 20 seconds at the end to submit that set of answers. Press next on your form, etc, etc. So going back to question 1, get these written down, get your team working on them, and then we'll move on. Question number 1 is look array, 5 and 3. I have definitely been here. I know the line. It's a very good tube station. Got 2 lines, in fact, not just 1. Look array is question 1. Question 2 is keep Rangra. Keep Rangra. And there deliberately isn't an E in there. It's deliberately keep Rangra. 5 and then 4. And I cannot remember what that one is. So apologies to you all. I can't give you any tips. Oh no, I can remember it, but I don't know much about it. I've only ever been there once prior to us living in London, so more than 8 years ago. Anyway, keep Rangra. Question number 3 was Clipmoy, 7. I've been here many a time on the Victoria line. Question number 4, those you tag. Yeah, never been. Number 5 is betting Coup, 7 and 3. And number 6 is Elaine Diva, 5 and 4. So I'm just going to give you a little while to work on those before we move on to our 5th and final round, pasta or composer. So I'll give you just a couple of minutes, maybe about a minute, not a couple of minutes, just to work on those, see how you get along. Well, I'll look for another joke that I probably won't find funny and will probably take me half an hour to get, but a bit of entertainment. Okay, my joke, and then I think Joel might like this because he used to like dinosaurs, but I'm not sure how much he does now. But how do you invite a dinosaur for lunch? Tea, Rex? I like it. Catherine, why did Cinderella get kicked out of the football team? Because she kept running away from the... Oh, funny. And if she only had one boot on, or one shoe, that would have been quite dangerous. She got studs on top of it. Hurt, that would hurt. Okay. I think we're going to move on before I deteriorate into actually becoming a dad. As in with the amount of dad jokes I tell. Round 5 then, pasta or composer. It'll either look a bit like this dude or like this pasta. Anyone wanting to play their Joker? I almost forgot. I think everyone's played their Joker. But let me know if you want to play it now. Because, yeah, that would be good if you do want to play it now. It's a 50-50 game, this one. So it might have been a good round to save it for. But if you've already played a Joker, you cannot play it again. Round 5, pasta or composer. Right, amazing. Let's move on. Number 1. You can read these words because I'm not sure how good my Italian accent is. Is this a pasta or a composer? Sorprese. Surprise. Maybe. Pasta or composer though. Click next on your answer boxes, by the way, if you haven't done so already, to move yourself onto round 5. Question 1. Is this a pasta or a composer? Have a think. And then in your box, you just need to write pasta or composer, obviously. You don't need to write surprise, pasta, or surprise, composer. I can't actually remember the answers to these. No, I can't. I can remember some of them, but not all of them. Number 2 then is Campagnoli. Campagnoli. Is that a pasta or a composer? Is that a type of pasta or a composer? Campagnoli. 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 I don't know how you say it. Apologies. Question number 3. Bazzini. Bazzini. Pasta or a composer? I don't really know what this is. Also, just for reference, I'm using a second screen for the PowerPoint, which is why I keep looking away from you guys. So I apologize if that looks a bit funny. But question 3 is Bazzini. Is that a pasta or a composer? Bazzini, great. Question number 4. Testaroli. Testaroli. Testaroli, pasta or composer? You're getting the drill now. I still have no idea because I can't remember the answers. But testaroli. Is it pasta or composer? Quite honestly, there's only one on here that I know for certain, which it is, and that's because we consume quite a lot of it. But number 4, testaroli. Pasta or composer. Number 5, Pinotini. Pinotini. Is it a pasta or a composer? Pasta or composer? Pinotini. It looks a bit like panettone. Alas, it's not. It's pinotini. Is that a pasta or a composer? Pasta or a composer? And finally, this one I'm hoping people know. It's the only one I know for certain. Penne. The famous, the amazing, world-class penne. Is that a pasta or a composer? Pasta or a composer? That would be great to know what you think. Put that in your answer box. Yeah, put that in your answer box. Penne, I think you won't need long on. So we're going to move on. At the end of this page of your form, it should now say submit. It'd be great if you can all do that as quickly as you can, because Dad in the other room is now going to compose all the answers together, mark them real quick, and hopefully I'm going to go through the answers to the entire quiz with you so you know roughly how well you've done. But yeah, Dad's going to mark them. He's set up a wicked spreadsheet. Honestly, he is unreal with the spreadsheets. So he's gonna do that. So if you can click submit on your form, I'm gonna briefly go across to him. Then I will be back in about 30 seconds, and you can just sit tight, and then we will go through the answers. 30 seconds. Great. Any questions on curries? I'm afraid not, Raj. But I don't know whether it's you or Emaine that cooks, but your curries are amazing. Honestly, some of the best curry I've ever eaten come from Raj and Romain. Anyway, I'm back. Please submit now so that I don't see any cheating going on. And then we're going to go through the answers. So I'm going to scroll right back through. If I can. I'm just going to scroll. I'm going to scroll. I'm not technical enough to know how to jump. Son, we've got a good joke coming in from Sophie. Son, Dad, I don't trust those trees over there. Dad, why? Go on, let's finish this joke. And then we're going to get on with our answers. They look shady. I like that. I think that is one of my favourite jokes to have come through. Yeah, I rate that a lot. Right, let's start on these answers then. Let's start with a joke. Start with a joke. Then gives you a little couple more seconds. Dad can get going. Let me find a good one. How do you put a baby astronaut to sleep? You rock it. I like that. I like that. Oh, this one's for Tara, and then we'll get on with the answers. Sorry for all my wittering, Tara, and everyone else that might like computers. But spiders are the only web developers who love finding bugs. Anyway, moving swiftly on. I presume none of you are laughing at my joke, but at Sophie's, because hers are actually not too bad. Right, answers then. Let's go for question 1, sport first. I'm going to try and do these from memory, but I might have to flick across at one point to look. In 2019, how many national teams competed in a World Cup? I believe, hang on, I'm having to check this one already. I believe the answer is 5, and it is 5. The answer is 5. Oh, Mum's trying to find out where Nico and Sergienko played their Joker. So let us know, Nico, where you played your Joker, but that's fine. 5 national teams: the England women's football team, the England men's cricket team, and the England women's cricket team, the England netball team, and men's rugby league. No, rugby union. Oh, that's really bad. I can't remember. But the answer is 5, and I did a lot of Googling to double check that. Question 2, how many players does a baseball team have? The answer is 9, apparently. Presumably that's like 4 on a base, a bowler, a backstop, and then 3 outfield. But I have no idea. 9 players on a baseball team. Question number 3, what shirt number does Alisson Becker wear? He plays for Liverpool. If you don't know, it's also a guy, despite the name Alisson. He's Brazilian. Really great guy, actually. He is a Christian and is very open about it with stuff he does. He's great. But he's Liverpool's goalkeeper, so of course he wears number 1. Number 1 for Alisson Becker. Question number 4. Raj, this one, I hope you got it. Cricket. In cricket scoring, what does C&B stand for? Stands for caught and bowled. Caught and bowled. Number 5, in the Tour de France, how do you earn the polka dot jersey? I believe, let me just clarify, the polka dot jersey is for King of the Mountains. For the King of the Mountains, but I just need to check. yeah, King of the Mountains. I love the polka dot jersey. It looks so cool. But basically, if you accumulate the most points on the mountain stages, you win the polka dot jersey, and it's beautiful. More like the yellow jersey is for the overall winner of the rider winning, but the polka dot jersey is just a thing of beauty. Anyway, question number 6. How many teams compete in the English Football Premier League season? The answer is 20. And when I was sitting my A-levels, here's some fun facts for you. I used to be able to name every team alphabetically that competed in the Premier League, the Championship, the League One and League Two. I think it was a great distraction from revision. I wouldn't recommend it because they change so often, it's not very valuable knowledge. But it was interesting. Romaine says it's her that makes the curries. It's so good. Great, I hope you didn't do too badly on that round because a lot of people played their jokers. Round number 2 was history. Yeah, let's have a look through these then. Question 1, whose diary was known for the accounts of the Great Fire of London? Now, I know Isabel knew this because I very discreetly asked her when I was delivering some food to them the other day if she knew who it was, and she said she did, but I did not mention that it was going to be in the quiz at all. So I hope she got it today, because it would be a shame if she didn't. But the answer is Samuel Pepys. Spelled a bit funny, his surname, but that doesn't matter. Samuel Pepys. He used to hide cheese in his garden, dig up the garden and hide cheese, because cheese was very valuable, and he didn't want it to burn when the fire happened. So Samuel Pepys is the answer for question 1. How many wives did Henry VIII have? 6. That's a nice question. Divorced, beheaded, died, divorced, beheaded, survived. The favourite rhyme of all school assemblies in primary school when you learn the Tudors. So that's 6 for how many wives did Henry VIII have? Question number 3. Isabel did tell you the answer. Amazing, Isabel. It's so good to hear. What was longer, World War One or World War Two? This was a question that Dad suggested I put in. I got it wrong when he asked me what I thought the answer was, which is a bit sad. But the answer is World War Two. It actually, I think, was a fair bit longer, but I now can't remember the facts. Apologies, not a very good quiz master. Question number 4. Which king did Guy Fawkes attempt to assassinate? I also asked Isabel this the other day, and she showed me her topic book, and it literally went from the great, this was after I've written the quiz, it went from the Great Fire of London to Bonfire Night. But sadly, she didn't have this answer in the book, so I don't know if she went and researched it or not. But he tried to assassinate James I in the Gunpowder Plot. Yeah, James I. Next question then is about the man on the moon. First person to walk on the moon is actually Neil Armstrong. So hopefully you got that right. And then my final question, which is a little bit of a trick question, this was a bit mean. But in which period of history did Queen Victoria reign? Well, she reigned in the Victorian era because it was named after her. So I don't know if you've got that one. Bit tricky. Bit of a trick question, but she reigned in the Victorian era. Yeah. Round number 3 then is our geography round. And let's have a dirt joke to intersperse these answers and to give the dad himself a little bit more time to compile the answer sheets. At university, I was so broke, I couldn't afford the electricity bills. Those were the darkest days of my life. Okay, round 3, geography. I think I'm amusing myself here more than anyone else, so apologies, but round 3, geography. This is Serbia, this flag, well known for people like Novak Djokovic, tennis player. If you watch the tennis, you might know this. Next one, this I believe is, this is Eritrea. which I did not know looked like this, but I thought it looked vaguely similar to the next outline, but in reverse. So that's why it's there, just to put you off a bit. But that is Eritrea. And question number 3, famous landmark from the sky. Despite the fact it looks like a little bit like a river, there is no water. So it's not a river. It's actually the Great Wall of China. You can see it coming along all the way down here. That is the Great Wall of China. Question number 4, this is the Ghanaian flag. So it belongs to Ghana. And number 5, this is Italy, just this bit of it, which I now realise doesn't actually look that much like Eritrea as I thought it did. But I've got it. What was the flag? The first flag was Serbia, and then this flag is Ghana. Yeah. Joshua answered this round. I hope he did well, AZ. This is Italy, as I say. This is Sicily, I believe, but just this bit is Italy. And this is Niagara Falls in the Americas, obviously. Yeah, Niagara Falls. That's a good little waterfall. You probably could tell it was a waterfall. But yeah. Round number 4 then. A few of you played your Joker on this round, so I hope that played off for you. First one, very local to us here. That is Royal Oak. Royal Oak. So I hope that some of you got that. Some of you, that is also your local underground station. It is ours. It is Nico's and Sergi's and Anna's and Azeb's and Co's, Joshua Joel. Yeah. Number 2. This is, he got them all. Excellent, Azeb. Number 2, this is Green Park, which is the only station I came to before we lived in London, because we came as a tourist to the palace and such other tourist sites. Amazing, Joshua. I'm so pleased that you did well on that. Question number 3. This one I know is on the Victoria line because this is the tube. If I ever got the tube to sixth form, this is where I would get off. And so that is Pimlico. I would get off at Pimlico. I rarely got the tube. I only really did that for exam season. But Pimlico. Number 4, those you tag. I did not know this was a tube station, but apparently it is where Mum and Dad used to live when they used to live in London pre-kids. Potentially, yeah, pre-kids. I don't know when they were first married. I think they lived here. At Southgate. Southgate. So there's some extra bonus knowledge for you there. This one, never been to, but I like the name of it. It's Tooting Bec. Tooting Bec. I'm not sure where that even is, but it's got a cool name, Tooting Bec. And number 6, Elaine Diva, which I really like the anagram for, which is 5 and 4, which is Maida Vale. So again, fairly local to where I am now. Not really where you guys are, but yes, Maida Vale. There's Tara, who used to live right near there, but not anymore. So that's Maida Vale. Round 5 then, of which I am going to have to look up the answers for because I have absolutely no idea, other than for the last one. So round 5, pasta or composer. The first one is a pasta. Surprising. I don't know if anyone's ever had any of these pastas. But yes, surprising is a pasta. Question number 2, Campagnoli. That is a composer. If anyone's heard any of his music, shout out to you. That's very cultured of you. I don't know who he is. Number 3, Bazzini. Also a composer. Also again, I don't know who he is. kind of the common ones you learn for your grade 5 piano exam didn't really crop up here, and that's all I'd really know. But yeah, Bazzini is a composer apparently. Question 4, Testaroli. Testaroli is a pasta. Also, never had any of this, so probably quite maybe a nice pasta. I have absolutely no idea. Number 5, Pinatini. This is the one I struggled with because it looked like panettone, but it isn't. But Pinatoni is, in fact, question 5, is a composer. Pinatoni. Again, if you've listened to his music, fair play. I haven't. And number 6 of round 5 is Penne, the classic pasta. Such a great shout. It has to be said, this is a staple of my university diet. Sadly, at home we don't really have it. We have fusilli, but yes, penne is a top pasta. Right, we've had a joke in from Raj. Doctor, I keep seeing an insect buzzing around me. Don't worry, that's just a bug going around. I actually really like that. That is one up there with my favourite from today. I like that, Raj. Okay, there are all our answers. We are still waiting on the results. We are just going to take a quick break again. I'm just going to check in with the schoolroom next door, see how they're getting on. When I say next door, I obviously mean from within my house. They are in the lounge, I'm in the study. I will check in and be back to you shortly. Right, marking process is going swimmingly. They've got one more left to mark, and then the results should be in. I'm sadly really out of breath. As I got up, my knee hit our filing cabinet under the desk, and Mum and Dad thought it was the front door getting knocked, so they asked me to go and answer the door. Alas, there was no one there. But it has left me far too out of breath for what it should have done. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed today. We're just nearly there with the results. Dad and Mum are working on it now. One left to mark. They've done a great job in there. But yeah, I've quite enjoyed making this and doing this. You guys might not have done because you've heard me wittering on. If you were here from the start, like Magna was, it's an hour and a half I've now been on here for, because I came on it rather early in fear that it wouldn't work. As I was testing it in the week, quite a lot went wrong. It's good to learn a new skill while I'm not down, but this has been a tricky one to learn, but I'm glad I've learned it. It's fun. It's a bit different, but yeah, so I had issues with YouTube taking it down originally. That's why there's no music round or anything like that. So I'm sorry for all you musicians that would like to music round, but I don't have the copyright values for that, so that can't happen. Right, just wait a little bit longer then, and they should be with us shortly. He enters the room. Have you got the answers?
Just need to know when Nico played their Joker.
The only question left then is whether Nico and Sergio are on here still. I'm not sure. But which round you played your Joker in. If you can either just send me a message or send it here if you don't want to send a message, that'd be great, just so we can double your score for that round. That'd be great. And then we have the scores ready. I'm just going to send in a text as well.
It won't affect the overall result. So.
They didn't at all. That's okay. Thanks, Nico.
Right. So.
No worries. So,
firstly, some very.
do you want to talk to them?
No. Oh.
Do you want to come and?
They forgot to play.
You just send me a message. Okay. Please, may you send it here.
Well, very high scoring. Some of you would have made. Am I talking?
Yeah, you're on now, but Mum's playing it.
Okay. So very high scoring rounds. Some of you would have been better playing your jokers on other rounds. Some of you got full marks in other rounds, but you didn't play your joker on it, which was a shame. We had the top 3 places I'm going to give you. We have joint second place with 29 points, and that is the Corona Warriors, or the COVID Warriors, which is Rachel's team. And I'm not sure what the Bigs team was called in the end, but their team. So Catherine and Rachel both in second place with 29 points, but in first place with a total of 32 points are...
Drum roll, please.
The Acedos team. Well done.
Well done to them. Their team was Aguas. I'm just going to have a quick analysis of the scores for you. It has to be said, that team though did not win every round, but some good analysis coming from you here. It has to be said, Joshua, the round you did, the geography round, you got the highest score on that round, so well done to you. Excellent round for you. The Corona Warriors did very well on their joker round, really well. You got full marks on that, as did the Bigs, which was also their joker round. So played very wisely there, guys, very wisely indeed. And in our final round, Pastoral Composer, that was a good round. Some good guesses. Again, Joshua and Joel and Azeb and Lil. You and Nico and the Aguas, the Acedos. Got 5 on that. Very good. A very good day. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Have a good time if you're going to the afternoon tea later. I'm going to be signing off here, but it has been good. Thank you for joining us. I hope you've enjoyed yourselves. It's a bye from me. Goodbye.